Hi guys, it's always fantastic to watch an expert in any particular field explain in very simple terms the cause of a problem to hard of thinking individuals, like the hosts of GB News. Here's Steve Valdez-Symonds, Refugee and Asylum Rights Director of Amnesty International UK. He responded to the record level that the current asylum backlog stands at, a massive 175,457. Steve was asked why this was being allowed to happen, and he comes to the conclusion that it must be due to profit. Somebody's making a lot of money out of this. Have a listen.
The single biggest reason, I've said this many times, over the last few years why the asylum backlog keeps going up is because ministers have instituted a policy of attempting simply not to determine people's claims. They have only this year gone to the extent of passing law that will into the future require them not to determine people's claims. And if you keep doing this, your backlog will get bigger. We have got to the extraordinary position where the French asylum system that has been and still receives many more people into it than does this country has a smaller backlog than this country has. Why? Because for tens of thousands of people, they are trapped in a system that refuses to process their claims.
But it's not in the political interest, is it, Steve, for this British government, which said it would be tough on immigration, said many years ago it would get immigration down to tens of thousands, for them not to get to grips with this backlog and to get people either settled here or booted out if they're bogus claims?
It's not in anyone's interest, unless you are in the business of making money out of the ever-growing business of accommodating people, or receiving money from the Home Office around border security, or perhaps you're in the business of exploiting the people who are left in limbo. No, I agree with you that it's not in the political interest of anyone at all. It's certainly not in the taxpayers' interest. No. And it's not in the interest of the people's caught in the system. But Amnesty warned government about this years ago, and we've kept warning them, and they have ignored this. And as we predicted, the backlog has continued year on year to grow.
Well said, Steve. First of all, it was interesting to see the responses from the facial expressions of the hosts here. They were, okay, how do we respond to this? We can't blame the asylum seekers this time. We have to blame the Home Office or Suella Braverman. But Steve is correct. Somebody's making a lot of money out of this. Now, first, before I get to that, this used to be beneficial to the Conservative Party. This used to benefit them according to polling. For example, the Conservatives used to be leading the Labour Party over the issue of asylum in the polls. That has changed. More and more people believe the Labour Party would deal with this issue much better than the Conservatives. But the main point that Steve brought up here is about people making money out of it. He mentioned when it came to security, he mentioned also, in a sense, the black economy. So many people working illegally, and some businesses are making money out of that, benefiting from people not being processed. But the main point, of course, is the accommodation. Private firms profiting from UK asylum hotels. This is from March. It says BBC News has been told 395 hotels are being used by asylum seekers as arrivals to the UK rose last year. This is from 2022. Documents show one booking agency used by the Home Office tripled its pre-tax profits from 2.1 million to 6.3 million in 12 months up to January 2022. So from 2.1 to 6.3. One of the agencies is talking about as well. One, for example, Serco provided some 109 hotels in England, according to a High Court judgment from December 2022, mostly in the Midlands East and Northwest. Serco is one of those benefits from this crisis. Another was mentioned here. Yes, Home Office spending records show a smaller firm, Calder Conferences, received 20.6 million in payments from the Home Office in 2021 to book hotels. This is a company that doesn't provide hotels. It's not a hotel company. It's not, they don't own, as far as I know, they don't own any property, accommodation property. This is just a booking agency. They made 20.6 million in pre-tax profits in 2021. That figure increased to 97 in 2022. Now, I don't know if this is this company and its directors donate to the Conservative Party or not, but somebody's making a lot of money, as you can see here. So when Steve said, yes, nobody's benefiting from it politically, the Conservatives used to benefit from this politically, somebody else is benefiting from it economically. And of course, the Conservatives know that they're going to be booted out of the next general election, so there's no incentive for them to deal with this problem. Just let it pile up, let the Labour Party deal with it, and allow somebody to make some money as that happens. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.